when it comes to graphics, creativity in motion aspect of production, a lot of times it boils down to just some few people in the country. And even the few people in the country, just some few of them are able to meet deadlines and timelines, because motion graphics itself is a very dicey journey where you are not even sure whether you get jobs to do or not. And also, even if you get jobs to do, payment is mostly delayed. But in view of all this mis- mishaps in this space, just few people are actually able to excel and stand tall. And one of those people is Mr. Moses Newornu. My first encounter with him was relating to, I think it was production. Then we had a discussion. It went on. We also started working together. And trust me, the energy, the time, and the investment this guy puts into his work is commendable. He is a he's a typical example of a human being who wants to get a job done and done well. Moses, welcome to Inspired by EAK.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Um, it has been a very serious roller coaster with what you do ever since I met you.
Hmm.
And I must say, I know people who do a lot of motion graphics related jobs, but when it comes to you, your color scheme, your dexterity, I mean the clarity of what you do is a must learn. It's something people have to pay attention to. And I would say that for the short while I've known you, you have proven yourself to be worthy of being part of the people we call motion graphics experts in Ghana.
Oh, thank you, Eugene. Well,
When I called you to come on the
mm.
podcast, what was running to your mind?
I don't like cameras.
Okay.
I don't
You're
like
always
cameras.
behind the scenes.
Always behind the scenes,
Yes.
and this is my first time
Okay.
officially speaking into a camera.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, take it easy with me.
You make fresh, bro.
Oh,
Fresh, fresh,
thank you,
fresh.
thank you, thank
Please,
you.
Moses is single and searching.
It's God's
He has not
grace.
told me. I'm saying it for him. Moses is single. Abi, you are single and searching. More
Oh,
like it. Recently, I saw on your status you're writing plenty things. People are telling you how they know you, what they know about you. Send me a secret message and all that.
oh yeah.
I know you were shocked about a lot
Oh
of
yeah, I
things you
was
saw.
really shocked. Really shocked.
Mm.
Yeah, I was really shocked. Yeah.
Moses,
Yeah.
we have very few motion graphics experts in Ghana, which a lot of times they don't even have time to deliver. They are always delaying with their jobs.
Yeah.
You knew about this before you got into the job. What are you doing differently in that space that is keeping you in business?
Okay, so what I'll say is, well, for me, I wouldn't limit myself to just being like a motion graphics person,
Right.
even though like I enjoy doing it. And I never knew I would end up doing motion graphics. I like anything creative, you know. So it's been, let's say, video editing, still graphics or motion, or even directing. Sometimes I even love to be behind cameras and all. So like there are those things that really move me. But one thing that kept me moving is I wasn't always waiting to be inspired. You know, it's like discipline. You have to just do, whether you feel like doing it or you don't feel like doing it, just do it. And that way also it builds trust with your clients. So let's say a client comes and say, oh, I need this done by this day. He gives you a brief, whether there is a brief or not. You can even put some things together, whether it's good or not good, show it to the client, and now the client can come and give you his way or how he wants it to be done. And that way, it even tells your client that, oh, this guy is up to the task. Whether I tell him what to do or without, he's able to build up something. So for me, I think it's constant practice, or doing it even when you don't feel like, it's like you have to be disciplined. You have to be intentional about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be intentional, and it's not about just dealing with clients, but it's also builds your level of creativity. People say creativity is a talent, but you can also build it. And you build it by constant practice.
Moses, I want
Yeah.
to ask you something. There's a saying around, I don't know whether it's true or false,
Yeah.
but I realized that when you work very quick for the client thinks the job is easy. Next time when they come again, they want to act strange. How true is that?
Oh, well, there are some clients that are how should I say, they're a bit difficult when they
Okay.
don't really understand what the
You have
job.
beat their
Yeah.
timeline, they think the work is easy.
Yeah, some of them, that's what they think. Yeah. But one thing I know is, as a business person, right, you should always be transparent with your clients. If they give you a job and they give you a timeline, you can't meet that timeline. Instantly, you make them aware. I can't meet this timeline because of A, B, C. You should have a breakdown, or give them like how their work process is going to be like, so that they understand. If they will say, okay, fine, we need it by this day, or you feel you can adjust, fine. If you know you can't, don't still take the way, because your reputation is still is at stake. So just let them go. I've had a few clients that have, how do I say it, neglected, or like made them go away
Yeah.
because of this kind of things. Even though I needed the money, but I know what I'm looking for, and I know the kind of brand I want to build. So yeah, it's true, it's there, but you should know how you handle such
Growing up,
situations.
as a young man, did you have any background of graphics, or did any of your family do graphics? What really drew you into the world of graphics that has made you who you are today?
uh, okay, so growing up, I didn't have, let's say, any background in graphics, or like, let's say, people around me that do graphics, but I just ended up liking to do video editing. So fast forward, I think I went to a place with a friend, right? And then we were going to shoot a music video or something like that, and I met this guy who does motion graphics. So he was showing us some of his works, and I liked it, like they were nice. So we went back home, and I told my friend that, Charlie, can you introduce me to that your friend? Like, I want to learn this thing.
Okay.
He was like, oh, okay. So he took me to his friend, and his friend was like, oh, he can't teach me, because it's it's not something that he just learned, or it's something I can just stand up and do. He went to NAFTI for 4 years, just like how we're also going to the universities and blah 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 blah. And the way manner he even said it to me was kind of disrespectful. I was so
Okay.
I was so hurt. So I told myself that, nah, I'll any way, anyhow, I'll learn this thing myself. So I went home, went to internet cafe. I know that time to cafe too was expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah. Went to internet cafe. I did some few research, asked Google questions, and they gave me a list of softwares. So I asked the cafe attendant, because I know I can't pay for
download.
for the downloads, because I spoke to him. I'm like, see, I want to give you this amount of money. Can you help me download this softwares? He was like, okay, sure. So the following day, when I went, he was done. He gave me the softwares. I installed it on my PC, and that was where it started. So I started practicing, watching YouTube videos and all. But I never had it in mind that I would be a
You will be
motion
graphics
graphics
person.
person, or I'll be doing it as
Your
my
full-time
profession.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just doing it for fun. until after school. I studied marketing in school though.
Right.
Yeah,
Hold
so
on. Okay. Okay. So I mean that graphics marketing.
yeah.
There's a way to marry the two,
Oh,
right?
there's a way to
Because
marry
it's
the two.
all about
Of course.
marketing
Yeah.
people's stuff.
So I studied marketing in school. And even with that one crampo, no, Charlie, I didn't even know what I was going to use the set for, but it happened that way.
Mm-hmm.
So after school, and because I was on campus, I was editing, this SLC week, those events on campus. I was, editing them and stuff like that.
That's
So,
when you became famous in school. No? Or was it that
oh,
time you became famous in school?
well, it was during that
That all
time
the girls were
because
all around you.
those times there was not like social media and this video production
It
wasn't
wasn't
there.
the key
Yeah,
thing.
so I was doing it and I was selling my own copy. So even the whole school, if you need like let's say a video of a past event, you have to come and see me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's how I was feeding on campus.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I was feeding. So I was like, oh, then this is a good business. I think after school I'll try to venture into the media and see, and that's how it started.
So in the span of how many years did all this happen?
From let me see,
Roughly 5, 6.
so now or to
No,
school.
the time
I
you
was
really got into the field of graphics.
let me say, I think school days was like, let's say like 4
4
years.
plus
Yeah,
some few years, like 6 or 8.
yeah.
So let's say till now. Have you ever sat down to say, this time I will not do it again? Charlie, the down moment of it, like, hey, Charlie, this thing plan will be, Charlie, I'm not going to do it again. But you still find yourself coming back.
A lot of times.
Wow.
A lot of times. One thing I realized is, should I say Africans, or let's say this in this part of our world, like people don't respect creatives. People don't respect creatives. So there are several times that people kind of downplay whatever you do, and also make you feel less of yourself.
Wow.
Yeah. So there are even times that you question yourself, be like, so what you are doing, is it even worth it? And growing up, I came in a certain angle that most of the places that I worked with are, let's say, they are like startup brands. So we help them grow, and now they they kind of open up their wings and all. So I think recently I sat down and I was reflecting a whole lot of time, like, Charlie, I'm a builder.
You helped build a lot of brands.
I've helped build a lot of brands.
Right.
So why would you let what somebody will say, really affect what you are doing? But I thank God that some way, somehow, I never
You didn't
give
give
back.
up.
Yeah, because I think now it's really paying off.
Then you are rich.
Amen. I'll be richer than now.
So, Moses, we're talking about your life's journey.
Yeah.
What do you think really stood out in terms of what was motivating you to keep on going and keeping yourself in this road and keeping yourself in check? Because you know that Ghana, there are a lot of factors that will break you.
Yeah.
Some will pull you down, some will pull you back, some will even let you stop whatever you're doing. But obviously, there's one particular thing or two or three that actually held you stand still and gave you the crutches you need in your life to make sure you kept on moving and moving till now. What are some of those? You can call it maybe your pillars of life or maybe your backbone of your career.
So what I'll say is, the number one thing, and that thing is very key,
Yes.
is you should surround yourself with like-minded people who think alike with
Wow.
you. Yeah, it's very, very important. The kind of people you surround yourself with also determines the way you think.
Mm-hmm.
So if, let's say, I want to be let's say an architect, right? I'll make sure that I surround myself with a lot of architects. So I deliberately surrounded myself with people who are creative, people who are doing editing, motion, people who understand production.
Right.
Because I wanted to learn more. So when you are feeling down, there's this thing that iron sharpeneth iron.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
let's say your colleague friend is doing this and be like, oh, have you seen this video? Have you seen this? Can we try our
Show to
hands
you.
on
Let's
this?
try it
Let's
and
try.
all
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
even when you are down, you still have to put yourself together and do whatever.
Collaborate and do it.
Exactly. And you've also been like, how do I say it? You've played one major role in my life.
Major.
Oh yeah, major. Because growing up, I never had friends who are into production, who are in the media space.
Right.
You get it? So how am I supposed to keep myself going? Because I can't have such conversations with them. They won't even understand
They
what
won't
I
get
mean.
where
They
you're
won't
coming
get
or
where
where
you're
you're going.
Yeah, even if you give them the vision, like they won't even understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So it will that thing too can also weigh you down. It will become a heavy weight on you. So you have
Once
to.
you're thinking A, they are suggesting B for you.
Oh, we've had that a lot of times.
Wow.
A lot of times. So
because I remember when I was telling you, Charlie, forget mommy, but then to start the money. Forget
that thing.
I know I kept on saying that.
Yeah,
back to back.
yeah, and I will say that's those words, is what has also built me up today. Because listen, for instance, you'll be working for people, just like the way our parents want us to get a good grade,
work and get paid,
and get
9 to
5 9 to 5 all the time. You'll be at home, you'll be seeing your works on TV. You've done this commercial, you've built this brand, blah 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 blah. But Charlie,
nothing to
show for, nothing to show for. So it got to a point I asked myself that, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Like, I execute every job that has been given to me. I even do it above expectation.
Right.
I try doing, putting my own things just to impress, but you are still where you are. What can I do different? And I kept asking myself these questions. Then, I realized that, oh, okay, even if I want to do my own thing, how am I going to go about it? And aside that, how do I stand out from the many? How do I attract business? How do I get clients? And it's not about just getting clients, but building a relationship with them.
Clients, so they can
always get back to you. These were the questions that kept running in my head, and in my head. So let me open up this secret. So fast forward. There was this day I was working with a channel then.
What channel was that?
Channel 1.
Oh, okay. So, Former City.
Yeah, Former City.
City TV. Yeah.
So we invited Anita Eskin on one of our shows.
Yeah.
So I've worked with her before.
Of
course. We had a little chat before she went on the show. So she was like, Moses, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, madam, there's normal graphics and stuff. She was just on her phone, laughing. And I told her that Eugene has been saying I should stop the job, I should build my own brand, do this, blah, 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 blah. And what she said is, well, the honest truth is you are wasting your time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, yeah, I agree. She said, I agree with you, Eugene. You are really wasting your time. There are a lot of things you can do. And she was like, we spoke and I was inspired. So now the questions that I used to ask myself, I now have to put them into action. What do I do? And there's this fear of when you quit the job, how are you going to feed? How are you going to pay your bills?
It has been one of the major issues.
Of course. And I know a lot of people that are still in that fear. And it saddens my heart. Like, I've met people who are very creative, very brilliant in whatever they do, but
they can't be on
their own because of this thing. How am I going to feed?
It's just a fear.
It's just a fear. So
because when you move, you will go.
You get it. You will never go hungry.
Never.
Yeah, never. You never go hungry. You will never go hungry. You will never.
If you go hungry, you borrow empty mumbo. It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. I think maybe that fear is what kept me in the dark for a very long time.
But it also gave you a lot of experiences.
Well, experience in what way? As in working for
timelines.
I understand. Well, in a case, fine, but mostly, if you're working with people who doesn't understand your work, you have to find a strategy of dealing with them.
Right.
So, let's say, for instance, I'm working with this, like let's say 3 softwares
Mhm.
to get one
One,
work
of
done.
course,
Which let's say one software can even take about, let's say, 4 or 5 hours
to work on.
to work on. And if you're working in a let me normally use it, let's say TV station, right? They are always
You
on.
don't have the luxury of
They are
4
always
5
on the
hours.
go. We need this thing now,
Mhm.
and they don't understand how this thing is being done.
Yeah.
So you, as a creative person, you have to make sure that, okay, day in day out, you are preparing some kind of elements
down
so that
they
and this, if they can, this is something that I've been doing way before.
Okay.
Yeah. So like at a point, sometimes I feel like I'm just running in circles. Like there is nothing new. Maybe the experience is, let's say, experiencing, or let's say playing around with new things, like let's say directing cameras. I like to ask questions a lot. How is this
Right.
setup done? How is this done? Yeah. But in my field, I still felt like I was still running in circles.
Moses,
Yeah.
you worked at is it junior? What's the channel? That junior channel. Yeah. The First Digital.
Oh yeah.
You were at First Digital. You came to CTV. You were supporting some parts at Accra FM. Then you moved to City.
Yeah.
At the time you moved to City, it was one of their major projects that was coming up.
Yeah.
How were you able to execute that? Because you were new in the space.
Yeah.
You didn't know anything about
I didn't
them.
know anything about them.
But
yeah.
The most important time of their life was all relied on you. How were you able to execute that?
Well, as I said, being disciplined, you just have to understand the vision and then the mission of the brand that you are dealing with. So when we were transitioning from, let's say, City to Channel One,
That was when you entered.
yeah, that was, I think I entered, and I think a year later, I think, well, within that period. So they already had it in mind. So the info I had is they had it in mind like 3 years ago before I came in. So when I came, they felt like it was a good time to execute that thing. And should I say I did what I have to do? But the pressure was there. Go like sleepless nights. You work 48 hours without sleep. But you still have to get the work done. And yes,
You did your best.
I did my best, and we built a channel, like a channel identity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And building a channel identity,
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke, yeah. It's not a joke. You have to make sure that everything is in line. It entails a lot. And aside, I have to document everything that, let's say, when you are not there, or whoever that takes over can just pick and use and follow. Yeah.
So Moses, once upon a time, you had an opportunity at a certain office and you rejected it.
Yeah.
Why? What office was that, and why did you reject it?
Oh, am I supposed to mention the
If you don't mind.
Oh. Oh, even to date, I still reject
some offers.
Yeah. Okay. Even to date, I still reject.
What is the criteria?
So this is not to brag, but, or let me say, I shouldn't say like I'm doing to know something. But
okay. Oh, go ahead, say it.
I think, like, just like the way every company have their mission and vision.
Yeah.
I also have my vision and my vision. So I have my vision. I know where I want to go to.
So
Yeah, I know the direction that I'm doing, and I know the kind of brands I want to align myself with. Okay. And I'm not saying the other brands are not good though. And that's but it doesn't fit
into your mission,
into my mission
and
vision I have. You get it? Even now that, like, by God's grace, I've started my own creative agency.
Yeah.
There are some brands that I don't think I can work with, because I think it's way higher than whatever they are thinking. Okay. And I feel like they will also drag you back.
Okay.
They will drive you back. So in that case, nah.
So Moses,
yeah.
Let's quickly dive into the aspect of family. Where was family's involvement in all this when you were moving up and down, when you were confused, when you didn't know what to do? Because believe me, a lot of the clients come to you confused already.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where was
So
family in all this?
oh, family, yeah, they are there. Oh, but let me say, my number one supporter is my mom.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
most tech.
you know.
You are the first. Your mother calls you by your nickname.
my nickname, yeah, mistake.
Mm.
And one thing I love about my mom is she doesn't need to understand whatever you are telling her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So far as this is what you want to do,
Mhm.
and it is legit,
Mhm.
100%.
So far, it's not armed robbery.
Oh no,
It is not illegal.
100%. So, oh, can't worry, but I feel fine. You know, can't worry. Oh yeah, you know.
You know, your mother is like
Yeah. So
one guy in this studio. You know, he's used to
yeah, really. Okay.
Charlie, all you need to say, it says tell the guy the idea.
I want, yeah.
Mr. Kumsi, be sure we can
You
do
should-
it.
I remember one day I was just, trying something. I told my mom that I think in the next 2 years I'll have my own TV station. I was like, oh yeah, you can do it. Amen. Charlie, simple crap. Femo nobody interview me. Just like that,
Charlie.
So my mom, yeah, number one. So
I'm fun.
oh yeah, my number one fan. Anything that it's all here. Because she said when I was a kid, everything that I've told her that like I'd want to do, she's seen it manifest.
Wow.
So she doesn't joke with whatever I
you
say.
say.
Yeah.
Because it carries
So,
power.
yeah, because it carries power. And it's true. Our words carries power.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Even the Bible says what power lies in the what power death and what power death and life lies in the power of the tongue, right?
Life and death lies in the tongue.
In the tongue, yeah. So you have to speak what you want to
I know
see.
the Bible, you know.
You don't know it. you have to speak out what you want to see, and ever since I made up my mind that this is what I want to do, I'm like, and I started speaking it into being.
It's happening.
It's happening. Because when I came out from 9 to 5 job, right, I had no idea. But I felt it in my heart. And it's not about the feeling coming automatically. It's how you tune your mind. Yeah, because the Bible says, be you transformed by the renewal of your mind. It's not about just converting to being a Christian, but in all aspects, your mind has to be new. In all aspects of your. So I tuned my mind like I'm going to make it. And I gave myself timelines. Yeah, and it wasn't long timelines, so short. Yeah, by the end of this month, I should get this number of clients. I think it got to even narrowed it to like on weekly basis.
Wow.
And it happened. And it worked. So and that even made me strengthen my faith.
But one thing we should let our audience know is that even though you had in mind, you are planning it, you are saying it, you are actually working towards it
physically. You don't know, you can't just sit there. Because like for instance, when I got out from let's say the 9 to 5 work,
right,
I gave myself up to the end of the month that I have to see a change, right? The question is, how do I see that change? So now I started putting things together.
So aligning yourself.
To align myself. And I don't know, I'm not really a social media person.
At all.
But for once, I was just like, let me just share my works and see. And the funny thing is, I started getting calls and recommendations from places that I wasn't even expecting. Even though I know I have friends that can recommend you to some people that, this guy do it. But my major clients were coming from places that I wasn't even expecting at all. Like I had no idea. That's where the calls started coming in. And when I remember when I had my first call, like from this awards, what's the name of this award?
SME.
SME, Ghana SME Awards, right? When I had a call from them, I was happy, but I told myself that this is where I wanted. Yeah, it has to be more. And I was praying about it. So fast forward, the gig came, executed it very well, And now I met with the CEO of the award scheme, and he was like, "Oh, we asked for this,
and you did,
and you added extra. Yeah, so now I want you to be part of the team. Yeah, I want us to, be bonded, come together. So now from now onwards, every hours can be doing, you handle that.
handle for
And
us.
that's all what I was looking for.
Mhm.
You know, creating relationship, and I was happy. Recently, he had other projects, and he just called me on board that, oh, I'm working on this project. Can you help me out if so and so? I gave him my quotes. I sent him my invoice. Oh, bro.
Cash out season.
What's for me is he no bargaining.
No.
No, it's the poor people that bargain. No,
Hey, young man.
no, it's
You want
true.
to tell us that we are poor?
No, you are not poor. You don't
like
bargain.
bargaining rough.
It's a people that bargain. It's true. People that will be paying you 2K, 3K, and 4K. That will so. You know our budget is this. Our budget is no. That's what I'm saying.
10Ks and
That's what I'm saying. So
15Ks.
you have to align yourself with certain people. Like you
Mhm.
know, you should when you have the vision. You know, you shift to align yourself in that direction.
Moses, let me ask you this question. Who is that one person that you can say, I owe you to you apart from God?
Wow. One person. I can't
Three
measure.
people.
Yeah, I think there are some people that they've played a key role,
Mhm.
and I always thank God for meeting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number one, let me see you.
Oh, I'm part.
Oh yeah, you're part.
Hey.
You're part.
Charlie, I
Hey.
get value cry like that.
Oh yeah, you're part.
Okay.
Let me
Thank you very much.
Anita has also played a
vital
role. Yeah, you know. Then let me say the third person I will say is my brother Joshua. The one after.
It's always on you to work.
Yeah, because the funny thing is I introduced him into the media space, right? So now any idea if I tell him Joshua, blah 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 blah. He even he likes to write. He likes paperwork.
He's a document guy.
He'll give you. You can do this. You can do this, and he's been very supportive ever since he entered into it. He's been very very supportive. If I tell him, if I tell about my vision, I want to do this. Oh, Charlie, you're good to go. I think you can add this, try that, and it's
been beautiful.
It's been beautiful. It's a beautiful journey.
So Moses, in this time and space that you started running around, things were not going right, things were going right, and all that. What would you say it is your most valuable asset you've learned from this journey?
Valuable asset. Yeah, I think my valuable thing I would say I've learned from this journey is what I mentioned at the beginning.
All right.
It's one, discipline. You don't have to be inspired before you make a move.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to be inspired before you make a move. You have to be conscious of whatever, just be disciplined. Just do whatever you have to do. Whether you feel like it or not, just do it. And I think that's how you sharpen your creativity.
Right.
And it makes you be on top because you're always looking out for what's new, what's trending, how do I still stay relevant. So you're looking out for more tools you can use, more ideas. How do you go about it? Watching more stuff. So it's being disciplined is number one. And then also you should take feedbacks and critics without losing yourself.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's very important.
It's very 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 important. Very very important, because there are some brands that you work with, they have their way of doing things. You think, oh, this is how it's supposed to be done. But when you take your time to understand, at the end of the day, you realize that, okay, this is what this is what they meant. Yeah,
it's not like
they're criticizing you.
I once worked for a certain brand. I did changes 30 times.
Yeah.
And you know what broke me at a point in time? Those mistakes that they claim I should change were there from the beginning. And they will call you, change this, you'll finish, you send back. Change this. So I calculated 30 times.
30? 30 is more.
China.
I've worked with a brand that we took like 6 months in just doing corrections.
Is it? I won't mention that.
Oh, it's
there's some brands that
I did a work for ECG, a major project. So that was when we're using the prepaid cards.
Yes, yes.
So they had these brochures. So
Mhm.
we're turning all the brochures into like a digital
Into
video.
digital
Yeah.
videos.
So we're explaining how to handle your prepaid cards
So with
with
voiceover.
voiceovers and animations and all of those things. But it took 6 months.
Wow.
6 months,
Most-
just corrections. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what are some of the major brands you have worked with, and what have you learned from each and every one of them? I want you to label 6 major brands
6 major
that
brands.
you work with, and what are some of the differences you see in between them, and what are some of the things you learned from them?
Okay. So I've mentioned ECG.
Okay, there's ECG.
There is this sports group called Wow Sports.
Wow, Sports.
Yeah. Hey, bounce the bro.
I mentioned them.
Mm.
I know you work with Anita.
Yeah, Anita.
Mhm. I know you work with ITEL.
ITEL.
I know you worked with
EJ. Like a lot. There are
So-
times that
so-
there are times that sometimes I see, let's say, my works on TV before it clicks me that
No, yeah.
I did this. Like a door, so day in, day out.
Moses, in the space of time that you have worked with all these brands and clients, what are some of the things you've picked out along the line, which is actually shaping and directing and making sure you're surviving this business?
Yeah, so one thing that I've picked out is making sure you understand, like the ability to understand what the clients need. Every client and whatever they are looking for. Like let's say ECG don't play with their colors.
The color codes.
We are color codes. So you cannot just, like, let's say the way
Pick
we
any
do,
kind of blue.
the way you just go online, download their logo and stuff. You can't do. They have to give you their logo. Just like same as MTN. I think MTN also have their own fonts.
They have fonts, they have
Yes.
color codes.
So, and I worked with Wow Sports. Wow Sports also gives you the ability to play with 3D and 2D animations. They like very graffiti stuff.
It has to be very detailed and very,
Yeah,
very
so
creative.
very creative. So each and every organization have what they are looking for. And I know people that, like, they are very good in, like, let's say, corporate designs. Others are also good in let's say entertainment, 3D, 2D. Yeah. So what do I do to cut across?
Right.
So I have to make sure that I have to try my best to learn the skill of understanding what the client needs.
Really wants.
Yeah. So it's all about listening and doing more research.
Not to know.
Not to know. That's why you have to take. You have to open your heart for critics. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You have to take critics without losing yourself. For example, if you tell them, "Oh, you should have done this, done that," then they are bored. But it doesn't make sense. How would you get to understand? This is what the clients want. So you have to,
This year you did Beam Fest. You did that for hour. Hey, Charlie, you the one person. You did Beam Fest. You did half hour.
Koli.
Charlie, then your cash out. This cash out, wow.
Oh, it's God. It's God. It's God, because I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get those calls. Yeah, if it's not God, I can't talk much about it without mentioning God.
Moses, wrapping up the conversation. I think my time is even up. My producer is giving me.
So she waits. We should add one more.
Look at this camera, and let us tell us, because I know a lot of young people want to get into graphics. Even the team in the studio, I want you to give them about, let's say, 2 weeks intensive graphics course, designing and motion graphics. I hope you charge me that much.
Oh, I'll charge.
They're about. I say you will charge me, but not that much.
I will charge.
Charge there, you will charge, but a lot of young people all over the world will watch this video and say, "Hey, I really wish that I was here to listen to the conversation." But I still want them to succeed.
Yeah.
So I want them to have some takeaways that they'll take home and put into their something that they will live by every day.
Okay.
So I want you to look at your camera and give them 5 smart key take homes that when they use it step by step, they will
You
reach their
have
goals
Okay.
in whatever they want to achieve in life.
Whatever they want to achieve in life. Yeah.
Yes, whether
So,
media or
or
whether,
any, oh yeah.
yes,
So number one, right? I'll say is build up your spiritual life.
right,
Tighten your relationship with God. I say tighten your relationship with God because you might be creative, right? You might be very good at what you are doing, but there's a certain kind of favor that will expose you to the world. That will let people kind of locate you.
beautiful.
Yeah. I'm not, I can't say I'm the best motion graphics person in Ghana. I've seen people
You see
like,
the madmen.
I've seen mad people doing crazy stuff, but they are still in the dark. Not just with motion graphics, but in whatever
Other
field, other
businesses.
businesses. So it takes a certain favor. So one, you have to tighten your relationship with God.
Right.
Then number two, be deliberate about who you surround yourself with.
Not everybody is your
Not
friend.
everybody is your friend. And I shouldn't talk to Eugene.
They said talk to the camera. Go ahead. Moses, we are media men. We are behind the scenes people. Nobody, we know we are behind the scenes people. You post stop pointing the camera. Allow Moses to talk. I'm not cutting anything out of this video.
Oh,
so
cut
feel
it,
free.
cut it.
No, I'm not.
So what
I
else
want
did I
them to
say?
know that we are behind the scenes people. We are not there.
So
He said they should be deliberate
about whoever, if you have to cut some people off, you then cut them off. If they say you are too no, you are, yeah, you there be too no, you there trail, because you know where you are going to, And then number three, have a vision. Don't change your vision because you feel things are going bad.
slow.
No, slow. No. Keep it in line. Keep it. Like let your goal be your goal. No matter what, don't change your vision. And then the fourth one is be disciplined. I kept on saying it because I'm very, I'm still hitting on it. You have to be disciplined, very, very disciplined. You don't have to feel like, oh, I feel like doing this, so blah blah blah. No, so far as you set your goal, keep heading towards that. Keep moving. Whether it's in a slow space or it's in a fast space, there's still a movement. It's better than being stagnant. You get it? Yeah. So be disciplined and keep moving. And then the fifth one I'll say is what have I given for? Four, right? Yeah. So the fifth one I'll say is you should have an open heart. You should take and be open-minded. You should take everything by faith. You should master the act of not being discouraged. Definitely people will come at you. There'll be some
here and there checks and balances,
of course, but still keep moving. I think for me that's what has kept me moving.
Right.
So that's what I can share.
Moses, thank you very much for coming to talk to us and my audience.
You're welcome.
I know that this conversation will surely motivate somebody to start their business.
Oh yeah, this conversation is going to get like 5 million views.
Yes, you said it.
Yeah.
The prophecy will come to pass. Say amen in the studio.
Amen. And then the next time you invite me here, maybe I'll park my cyber truck outside.
There's too much dust there. Park cyber truck.
Yeah. I'll park my cyber truck.
We're excited that you came to us. You spoke to us, and we have been motivated.
I say thank you for having me.
And we are excited that you give us a good, what's the name? Free, the motion graphics classes. God bless you. We want to learn. Thank you very much for coming, Moses. It's been a pleasure talking to you. You've proven the point that you didn't just stand from A and you got to Z. You start from A, you went to B, you went to C. And that was how you went from whoever you were not to whoever you are today. And we are excited you came.
Thank you for having me, Eugene.
Guys,
I don't know how you did it, convincing me to sit in front of camera, but whatever balagba you used is working.
You have given us everything. Charlie, thank you very much for coming. Guys, as I always tell you, this space is for leaders, decision makers, and people who will speak for you to be motivated, for you to take charge of your life and move towards the direction you have always wanted to move towards. Have a blessed day.